anthem. One says, our eyes are focused on the wrong persons. Black excellence and Black power are not the same. While others say the music industry is harming our culture. What's your POV? Now bringing the music industry. Now I guess this is where Clive comes in.
It's not the issue here. The issue is those people that you didn't go vote for that run your city. Anybody at this table know anybody who actually owns a record label?
Absolutely not.
That's my problem.
And that's why
we never look at the source. We looking at the people who's the puppets. That's not your issue. This is why I say it's so dangerous what Black excellence did to our community, because we thinking that Black excellence is Black power, and it's not the same. These people do not control what they put out. They control it because guess what? You're listening to it. So we need to take accountability. If we're the ones playing it, if we're the ones replaying it over and over and over again, and we're so focused on what to not do that we don't focus on what we should do. What we should be doing is telling our kids who's our city council, the school board members, who are all these people, but nobody can ever name me those things. But you're focused about Young Miami. You don't even know who owns the record label because you're that. It's like we're always blinded.
Well, we already know who owns the record labels because we can understand there's an agenda at play.
But do we know their names? Because when we're talking about the label, exactly. But when we're talking about boycotting, we can pinpoint. Oh, it's Young Miami. It's
listen. But if the artist doesn't make the music, if the people don't buy the music, they don't stream the music, there's no business in order to push that music.
I heard you say like we can't focus on the puppets or whatever, but nobody could pay you any type of dollar to be a puppet. You yourself, Sunset.
But that's what But that's me, right?
But correct.
So
right?
why is everybody following Sunset?
But they're coming. You see, they're coming.
I understand that, but what I'm telling you is it's the fact that the tower goes up so high that we have lost track of the real person behind it all. It's like we've been blinded for so long that our focus is always on the wrong things. Like we're not focused on everything that's actually directly impacting.
But maybe this is the start of focusing on what impacts the community. Maybe this is the start, and maybe then it will trickle up to where it really is the problem, where the problem really lies.
Well, let's have that conversation.
Well, let me tell you the lyrics. How about this, okay? I told you this the other day. Where all my scheming ninjas at, okay? Boosting bees, where y'all at? Stuffing that S in y'all bags. Just to flip it, pop some tags.
All right.
These are the lyrics.
Well, guess what?
And I hear what you're saying.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. But what I'm saying is she's talking about something that has literally pierced our communities for decades. This is what she's saying is not like it's fake. It's fraud. It's real. Some people literally boost to literally make a living. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, what's the problem with that? Yeah. The problem is poverty. Then who makes those laws that literally systematically impact our communities, right? Those are the people we need to focus on, those governors in your city that makes the laws that determine where you live and that you're in poverty. So Young Miami is not the issue here. The issue is those people that you didn't go vote for that run your city, okay?
And we always have a choice.
Be mindful of what you consume, but always...
Lies. She's full of shit. She moonwalked on up out of that accountability for Young Miami real quick, didn't she? She moonwalked right on up out of that real quick. Malik, I appreciate you. Trump bad, he bad. Not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good. Ciao. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Eugene, thank you, honey. He says, playing that song for your kids and showing them the dances like sending your children to pole dancing school. Remember that? Yep. All right. Yes. And they did that too. Absolved. No accountability whatsoever. So I'm going to play it again and then I'm going to interrupt it. She going to sit up here and absolve Young Miami, right? This is why there's no point. And now all of a sudden it's this big picture on the governor and knowing who your city council people are. How many times have we said that? Nope. Only thing people are focused on is the president and Donald Trump. That's it. Ain't never focused on community, on the actual community, what's going on in the community. Notice what else she didn't say is working on what's going on in the community that's making a impoverished community. It's not because of the law. It's because of people who aren't following the law. But then again, you now have people over here, caricature, that's sitting up here saying that it is okay if somebody touches you to take them on the fuck on up out of here. And no one's outraged about, let me not say no one. Enough people are not outraged about that. No, I didn't know. But she don't want to say that. She just wants to make sure that she absolves Young Miami. Young Miami is still the problem. I don't care. She technically is the problem. These people that continue to fall into this shit. I'm so sick of, let me calm down. I am sick of Black people saying that we know what the issues are and then still doing the thing when we know what the issues are. Does that make sense? So don't sit here and talk about who owns the music and who puts it out here and they're in charge. You still going for it. You still going into the industry. You still looking to become a rapper, a musician, or whatever the hell it is. You still going for it. Just like with school loans, you still taking them out, even though you're saying that they're a racket and they're against Black people and the rates are high and you can't ever get out. But y'all still opening them after all this information, after everything that we know and heard, y'all still doing it. Y'all still doing it. But then when it comes time to pay that shit back, you're going to say it's racism. No, it's dummism. That's why we have dummism, because people continue to do the same things, expecting a different damn result, and then want to blame somebody else. Now you want to talk about knowing who the governors are and things of that nature. Child, if you don't know who your governor is, you're in bad shape and don't nothing else matter. At minimum, you should know who your governor is. But somehow, some way, in almost everything today, you bring it back to Donald Trump. Donald Trump ain't got shit to do with none of this spin that shit. He has absolutely nothing to do with this whole conversation about this damn song. And yet y'all always try to bring him into it. They mention in his name. Cardi B said it's his fault for whatever the fuck that bitch was saying. He ain't got shit to do with it. If you're not going to take care of your kids and you're not going to make sure that you teach your kids, then I'm a little bit confused as to what the fuck he has to do with it. If you're going to have your kids in a refrigerator and get them to sing this song and show them to dance to this song and then record them and put it on the internet, and you think your problem is white people or Donald Trump, no, you're your issue. You and your community, wherever the fuck it is that you live. Whoever thinks that that's a cute thing to do. Whoever thinks that it makes sense for your kids to be put on the internet singing some stupid ass song. Excuse me. Again, I don't have an issue with Miami and her damn song, because the community is going to accept it, which is what she just did right there. She just found a way to accept it, absolve everyone else, and now it's like, you got to teach this, you got to teach that. Girl, please shut the fuck up. Y'all gonna listen to blogs, y'all gonna listen to Roland, y'all gonna listen to Angie, y'all gonna listen to these same ass people. You ain't never gonna get a different opinion. You're never gonna go do any information searching for your GD self. I don't need to know who owns the fucking label companies. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit who signed. I found out from IG today. I still don't give a shit. They know too. They know when they're going to sign. They know how much money they not going to get. Oh yeah, they don't get lawyers, so then they say they got shafted and it's racism. No, it's lazyism. It always comes down to lazyism because everybody wants somebody else to do it. Everybody wants somebody else to do it. She's going to say, oh, well, people been boosting. Yeah, people have been boosting. Let's go ahead and just make a song about it and make it even better so that she can make money, and meaning Miami, and she's making a lot of money already. She probably will have Song of the Year. So we probably going to be hearing this song for the next 2 to 3 years. It probably won't be one of those things. They're going to call this a staple of the community at some point. Child, these people can have it. Philly boy, thank you for the gold coin, Jules. I appreciate you. They can have it. This is the new generation, y'all. Please understand, know, and see that that's what's going on. These are the whores. These are people that don't listen to men. These are people who are strong, independent, and don't need a man. These are the people who are having multiple babies with the same people or the same men over and over and over again. These are people that say they don't have any money. These are people that are saying that it's the economy that's the problem. These are the people that saying it's everybody else's fault but them for the reasons why their lives suck, while listening to an orange head, purple head, pink head, yellow head chick that cannot enunciate, that don't know what the fuck she talking about. Then they're going to go and listen to another one that can barely speak. She don't know what the fuck she's talking about, meaning Miami from that perspective. That's what it is. This is who's taking over for the community. They can have it. They're not going to listen. They're going to do what they want to do. And then you have Black women, the 92%, who's going to sit here and defend it and support it. And then as soon as something happens, they're going to be coming to you sassy straights and say, 1, it's your fault, or 2, you need to do something. Say I'm lying. It's going to be your fault. You either need to do something about it or it's your fault. You're already on the hook for not marrying these people. You're already on the hook for the fact that they all get pregnant by the same people over and over again. You're on the hook for all the ABs that they have. You're on the hook from Funky Dineva. You're on the hook because he said that you're the cancer of the community. You're on the hook for everything. This has absolutely nothing to do with you. This is all about Young Miami, but somehow, some way, I have a feeling it will come back around and be y'all's fault as well. Well, let's play it again. This redhead bitch.
Always remember who made the meal. Young Miami is not the issue here.
Young Miami is a part of the damn issue, just like all those other rappers that was listed that girl was talking about earlier.
The issue is those people that you didn't go vote for that run your city. Anybody?
Now, so the people in the city got something to do with the damn music industry. Do y'all's governors and politicians have anything to do with the music industry? Child, y'all was just mad at Clive Davis. You won't even give him a rest in peace. You said that he did all this to the black community. Did he do it or did y'all do it because y'all went ahead and went along with it yet again because you went the easy street, which is why now all these people want to be influencers instead of going to work, and now they can't work because it's oppressive, it's racist, it's not fair, it's too many hours because y'all are freaking lazy. The generation taking over is lazy. They want shit given to them. They want it easy. They want no strife whatsoever. No, it's not the politician's fault. If you motherfuckers don't vote, you don't vote. That's got nothing to do with this song. She's making it be about something that it's not about.
At this table know anybody who actually owns a record label?
Absolutely not.
That's my problem.
And that's why I'm saying.
What do you mean that's your problem? Why don't you own one then? What does that have to do with anything? Tyler Perry owned his own studio. He always making back-breaking black woman videos. Movies, and then y'all be mad, but you go and you watch them. You keep giving him more money, then you complain about it. So having someone own a record label ain't gonna make no bit of difference. And actually, don't people own record labels though? I don't know if there's a difference between a label and a company. Jay-Z owns one, don't he? And doesn't Angela Simmons' ex-boyfriend, child? Don't these people own something? And even if one person, just say one person ends up being Clive, which I don't even know if he owned it. He was just the head of it, right? What if they do? They still gonna take your debaucherous bullshit into it because they gonna do what they need to do in order to make money. Because at the end of the day, like I always say, the color is fucking green. Y'all want to focus on white people all the time. All right, so then repping. All right, so Yo Gotti, yes. Yes, they have their own labels, but a distribution deal through the major labels. Okay, well, that's a start. Shoot, Puffy had his, Bad Boy, I guess, from whenever, wherever. And so what she's talking about, or she's not talking about it, this is what I'm talking about. Excuse me. It seems like they do own something, but everything is going to take its time. So you can't say that that's the problem. Again, all those documentaries that talk about how the industry works and how they mess people up, ignore all that. You still want to get into it. Everything we've been seeing about student loans, y'all still taking out student loans. So if you're going to make that decision, then that's your results are all yours. Those are your results.
Never look at the source. We looking at the people who's the puppets. That's not your issue.
So now she calling Miami a puppet. So everybody is a puppet now because we all, or not we, everybody's supposed to know who's the people behind the scenes and who owns everything. Never has anybody gave a shit about that. So I don't even understand why she's bringing that up.
This is why I say it's so dangerous what Black excellence did to our community, because we thinking that Black excellence is Black power, and it's not the same. These people.
So now Miami is Black excellence. So Black excellence and Black power are two different things. Profound, girl. What is she talking about? Girl, get to the point.
Do not control what they put out. They control.
Black people don't control anything at the end of the day. Let's be honest. Control absolutely nothing except for the outrage that continues to happen that gets us nowhere. Wash, rinse, repeat. Def Jam, Bad Boys, Death Row, Ruthless, No Limit, Cash Money. All right, there you go. Then what is she talking about? Okay, Mona said the distribution companies in order to get this stuff out there. So who's bringing people in? Because I think Yo Gotti is the one that brought in Glorilla. Why didn't Cardi bring her in if that's her cousin?
Because guess what? You're listening to it. So we need to take accountability.
So you're not going to stop listening to it by way of her explanation here. Who's going to stop listening to it? No one that was going to listen to it is going to stop listening to it. They're going to keep listening to it.
We're the ones playing it. If we're the ones replaying it over and over and over again, and we're so focused on what to not do that we don't focus on what we should do. What we should be doing is telling our kids who's our city council, the school board members.
No, you should be raising your kids. I'm not saying that you shouldn't tell your kids who your city council people are so that when it comes time for them to vote, but we know that they're going to say just vote Democrat, vote blue no matter who. How about you teach your kids this Black history that you said is not getting taught in the schools? How about you teach your kids some damn manners? How about you teach your kids a work ethic? How about you teach your kids not to steal? How about you teach your kids not to take shit from other people? How about you teach your kids that you cannot delete people because they touch you? Crazy talk. I know. I'm a white supremacist. Mona said, they're sure not going to stop. No, just like with the Asians in the Asian businesses, they can do this shit for 2 weeks all they want to. When it's time for that damn hair to get done, they going.
Who are all these people? But nobody can ever name me those things. But you're focused about Young Miami. You don't even know who owns the record label.
She's just trying to deflect off of Young Miami.
Because you're that, it's like we're always blinded.
Well, we already know who owns the record labels because we can understand there's an agenda at play.
But do we know their names?
Do we know?
So there's been an agenda at play, and even though everybody knows there's an agenda at play, everybody keeps playing, even though they know the agenda. Playing into said agenda, making no changes, wash, rinse, repeat. But let's just bring it up now to defend Young Miami.
When we're talking about exactly, but when we're talking about boycotting, we can pinpoint, oh, it's Young Miami. It's
but listen,
this person.
but if the artist,
So why are they not boycotting the music industry then? You want to boycott Target? Why are you not boycotting the music industry? Because y'all know what the agenda is. Y'all been knowing what the agenda was, and yet you're not doing anything to stop it.
doesn't make the music, if the people don't buy the music, they don't stream the music, there's no business in order to push that music.
Child, people can't stop spending. Black people cannot stop spending. They can tell y'all to stop going to Target, of which you're still going to Target. Maybe not as much as you were, but people still going to Target. But if you're not teaching people how to utilize money, how to save money, how to leverage money, then the rest of it doesn't matter because they're just spending it someplace else by way of still being worth nothing in 2053 because nobody really cares. They just care about themselves. But all of a sudden, we're supposed to care, including Miami. She only cares about herself. When is Miami ever given back, Bueller? When has Miami ever given back, Bueller? Anybody? What does she give back to the community besides standing up there tossing money out on her song, of which the label probably gave it to her? What does she do for the community while y'all out here thinking that I'm supposed to do something for said community that I know damn well wouldn't do shit for me? Help me understand. Bueller, anybody? Goodbye, Reppin' Magazine. Goodbye. Allegedly. Yes, it's your fault for listening. Okay. Just in case you didn't know.
Just say like we can't focus on the puppets or whatever, but nobody could pay you any type of dollar to be a puppet. You yourself, Sunset.
But that's what But that's me, right?
But correct.
So
right?
why is
so
not
everybody
more people
have
following Sunset?
But they're coming. You see, they're
I
coming.
understand that, but what I'm telling you is it's the fact that the tower goes up so high that we have lost track of the real person behind it all.
So now the problem will be that you can't even find who the real person is because the tower goes up too far. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be an issue now that we can't get to whoever it needs to be. It's easy. You just don't buy the music, but you won't because then you'll say you got to support Black, which is Young Miami. So y'all going to go and you're going to support her. You're going to buy, you're going to stream, you're going to do whatever the hell it is that you do in order to make sure that she makes her money. Then she'll come out here some years later and say that she's a conservative. Then y'all going to be like, we made you. How could you do this to us? And then you're going to want to deport her. I don't know where she come from. I'm just saying that.
Like we've been blinded for so long.
Now we've been blinded. While we know what's going on, which they just readily admitted, now we're being blinded.
That our focus is always on the wrong things. Like,
oh, focus is always on the wrong thing. I've been saying that for forever, but I get chastised for it. But you're going to let Redhead here say that we're focused on the wrong thing.
We're not focused on everything that's actually directly impacting.
But maybe this is the start of focusing on what?
Focus on raising your fucking kids. How about that? I bet you she won't say that ever, no way. Because that goes against the sisterhood.
Impacts the community. Maybe this is the start. And maybe then it will trickle up to where it really...
Ma'am, there's no trickling up. But go ahead, girl.
Is the problem, where the problem really lies.
Well, let's have that conversation.
Well, let me tell you the lyrics. How about this, okay? I told you this the other day. Where are my scheming ninjas at, okay? Boosting bees, where y'all at?
They smiling because they already know the lyrics and they love the song. Say I'm lying.
Stuffing that S in y'all bags. Just to flip it, pop some tags.
All right.
These are the lyrics.
Well, guess what?
And I hear what you say.
Oh, so ignore the lyrics because she likes the song.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. So that's the way to stay on Miami's side and show the sisterhood that she ain't the problem.
But what I'm saying is she's talking about something that has literally pierced our communities for decades.
She's talking about something that has literally pierced our communities for decades. But when I say it's a problem, we already know. We already know. It was a thing back in the 80s for show. So now all of a sudden we already know. Well, there's a lot of stuff that we allegedly know, and still fall into the same bullshit, the same trap, don't change nothing, do the same shit, and then expect a different result. But this girl can say it and it's okay. How the hell you gonna change some shit and then try to act like you don't know? You're admitting that you know. We know, but still gonna fall into it, still gonna do it.
This is what she's saying is not like it's fake, it's fraud. It's real. Some people literally boost to literally make a living.
Now people boost to make a living. So now make sure that she says, it's okay, y'all. We see you. We see you. People literally boost to make a living. No, people boost because they're lazy, because they're thieves. Not the Jasmine Crockett. If you don't think you're a criminal, then you're not a criminal. They're criminals. And they're doing it for other people to go ahead and get shit that they don't need, because there's a fascination in the community with name brand shit. Say I'm lying. So that makes you feel like you're somebody and something if you have some Gucci, Fucci, Poochie, and Lucci. But at the end of the day, you still can't afford it. So you're just lying to yourself and everybody else. Then somebody comes and sees it, takes you out for it. No one has any outrage for that. But now all of a sudden, and then you want to go and excuse Miami in her song. And then you want to excuse boosting because people got to make a living. Teach them how to get a fucking job and work 8 hours a day. Oh, that's the white people way. Of course it is. Of course it is. Any excuse is better than none to be absolved from your bullshit.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, what's the problem with that? Yeah. The problem is poverty. Then who?
Now the problem is poverty, y'all. People who are boosting it's because they're in poverty. That's the only reason why. Whose fault is it?
Makes those laws that literally.
The people that make those laws, child. Now, most of the people that are enough of the people that are in these districts where it might happen are Black. So why they not doing nothing to help y'all? Bueller, Doogie, Brandon. How come they not helping y'all? Down there in the ATL. I saw the dude. Is his name Dinkins? Is he the governor, mayor or something? They not doing nothing. They there. They not helping y'all. What happened? You elected them. They in there, Fanny, all the rest of them. Nothing. Forget all that, right? So those that do get in, shout out to Big Tiff. So those that do get in ain't doing nothing to change nothing, ain't doing to help nothing. Obama didn't do nothing to help the colored people either. But now all of a sudden we got to get in politically. Is that what it is? Right. Ricky Smiley ain't helping nobody. He just run off at the mouth. Andre Dinkins, yes. If poverty is a problem, then go steal a job. Go steal 2. Go steal 3. Nope. That's just crazy talk. So she's absolving it too. She's saying it's okay. Like I said, rules for thee, but not for me. It's okay. We know it's a part of we knowing this for years. That don't make it right. Don't blame it on poverty. That ain't got nothing to do with it. You trying to get some shit that you really can't afford at the end of the day. Nope. And none of these people that's leading y'all are trying to help y'all to figure out how to get out of poverty or to make things better, or any of your leaders locally. None.
Systematically impact our communities, right?
Systemically. So, systemic racism, I'm sure is what she means.
Those are the people we need to focus on, those governors in your city that makes the laws that determine where you live in that.
Now, who thinks that any of them boys that were outside on the street talking about what my mama said, if the governor today creates a job program and they can get paid $20 an hour, do you think they're going to go do it? Bueller. You think that they're going to go work 8 hours a day, $20 an hour, and get paid every 2 weeks? Anybody? Bueller? Thank you, Philly Boy, for the silver star. Anybody? So now that's the problem. No, that's not the problem. It's non-parenting parents is the problem. And until you make them be responsible for their crumb snatchers and their gremlins, then none of the rest of this is going to make a damn bit of difference. I don't care what nobody say.